big dicks.
Buttered big dicks.
Japanese buttered big dicks.
Ah!
On the topic of Sekiro.
Welcome to Just Kinda Loafin.
Welcome to the podcast.
The podcast that happens.
I like calling it the podcast because it's the best one out there.
Right?
I like to say.
Yeah, it's up on time every Sunday, every week.
Yeah, we've never... Oh.
Today's Tuesday.
I'm using your knife.
Miles using my knife. I like how slowly you did that. So Miles just punctured a thing of Reese's Minis.
No, Reese's Peanut Butter's Minis.
So it doesn't make a ton of noise.
That's smart thinking.
Yes, I know.
That's clean living.
Fuck you.
Smooth buns.
Suck.
Dude,
my
you
Reese's.
almost just ended the podcast.
Yeah, dude.
But I didn't.
You didn't. You said...
Yeah. We got 10 minutes left now. That was the countdown. Alright, what are we playing? What's the news? Alright,
who wants to share and care first?
That's Chris. He's going to share first.
Okay. That's...
Excuse me.
Real...
Decided.
I don't consent.
Get roasted,
This
nerd.
is a democracy.
Okay.
I'm dropping all charges.
Oh. Wait, can I vote?
No, it's a democracy. You think everybody can vote?
Dude, I did my community service. You can have my bail bond.
You did 16 hours of community service.
Yeah, so we're good.
Wait, 16 or 60?
16.
A whole 16.
I got all the bubbles. Sorry, go ahead.
So.
What are you playing, Chris?
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
Well, before we get into what I've been playing, you can talk about Miles' recent
escapades
coming out of the closet.
He scored a goal.
With the man of his dreams.
So wait, does that make me gay?
You just said you were.
Wait, because I said I'm gay. Am I gay as well?
I mean, it's up to you, man.
Or is it a vote?
Or no, it's up to J.K. Rowling.
No, it's a democracy.
It's up to J.K. Rowling. It's a democracy. You don't get to vote.
Right. No, but before we get into games I've been playing,
and enjoyed.
I saw Captain Marvel.
No.
Don't tell me anything. I need to see it myself.
He's just gonna say that it was dog shit.
It could have been a lot worse, but...
Could have been Black Panther.
Did they...
Black Panther was better. Black Panther was far better.
We're fighting on this.
Oh, I'm not happy with you right now.
I'm not happy with you right
Black
now.
Panther's not great. Black Panther's not...
Captain Marvel...
Is worse.
Is worse? Okay.
Yeah.
Worse for what it stands for?
No, it's just a worse
It's just a bad movie.
Yeah.
Regardless of the
Brie
nonsense.
Larson cannot act.
No.
Like, Sam Jackson was barely holding every scene kind of together. He's not that good, though. Like, he's
80
good.
years old, though, so...
I mean, they did a really good job.
He's also a partner
70.
actor. Like, he's only good with other people.
Yeah.
I can't name a movie that he excelled alone in.
I was going to say, well, one of the movies that's a standout would be like Pulp Fiction, but he was John Travolta.
It's like an ensemble cast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't go into it, but Captain Marvel's...
Okay, do her powers at least look cool?
Only at the very end and only for like 30 seconds.
And then she talks, and it's bad.
Yeah.
If she had not talked during that sequence, it would have been way better.
And also she wears her stupid fucking helmet in that sequence as well.
She has her dumbass mohawk thing going on where she just looks absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
But it should have just made her, which rendition of Captain Marvel is it? I think it's Miss Marvel.
That's what I thought they were going for, was Miss Marvel.
Yeah. Miss Marvel is a cooler looking outfit.
Yeah.
Because she has less clothing on, that's why I'm saying that.
Period. Like that alone.
Hey, I'm part of the
Maybe
problem.
that wouldn't have been better for Brie Larson.
No.
Yeah, she's not exactly stacked.
She doesn't have a lot going on. Like Gal Gadot, she is built for that role. She visually is the character.
Mm-hmm.
You know, actually, she might be a good Cassandra for an Assassin's Creed Odyssey movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never mind.
She's pretty much already...
Yeah.
Like, Cassandra's pretty much just Wonder Woman already.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah. Saw Captain Marvel, not impressed, not surprised. Games, been playing a mix of some stuff, still digging away on Tetris here and there. Not as much because I've been playing a lot of Division.
No.
Division 2. I
Why?
picked that up because that game's a lot of fun. Why?
Is it because you spent $150 on it and you feel guilty and now you're playing it?
No, because I'm enjoying it.
You don't have to lie to me.
How dare?
I'm insulted that you feel like I'm stupid enough to lie to.
I'm not even looking at you anymore.
He's not. He's facing the other way.
Anyway, what level are you now?
Like 17?
Holy fuck, you play it too much. Jesus, get a life.
Yeah.
I have time off.
So what level are you?
Same as when we last played. I haven't played it all.
Yeah, we should play some more.
I wanted to insult him.
I'll talk about mine after you guys.
Sure.
I'll talk about mine.
That game's running really well for me. I like all the different
Solid
abilities.
60.
Yeah, solid 60 for me. I like the way they've changed.
40.
I like the way
Actually, keep it below the mic. You like the way the gun's gun?
I like the way the gun's gun. I like the way they changed how the abilities are distributed and all the different sub-abilities within them and stuff. Cool. Like the different variants of the abilities.
Yeah, have you seen gotten to use more of them? Because
Yeah.
it takes a while to unlock some of them.
Yeah.
You need to do missions
Well,
to
it's
get
like,
the tokens.
so when you, I think it's when you do main missions, like every second one or whatever, you'll get like a token to unlock a new entire skill tree.
One of the 8.
Yeah, but then if you want to unlock the things within it, you have to use the shade caches there for that.
On the map.
What the
and
fuck
side
are access
missions.
keys for?
Those are for the loot boxes for cosmetics.
Where do I go to spend my access keys?
Just from the menu. You just click apparel, and then there's boxes in there.
Oh, because I have like 8 of those or something.
Yeah,
I'll
Open
use
some
them.
boxes, boy. This fool here, he got.
Tell me you can sell the keys.
I don't think so.
Damn it.
So anyway, this fool here, he had pre-ordered the Division 2.
Yeah.
And one of the bonuses of that was that he was supposed to get a free game from it.
Yeah.
But he had all the games that were free. So Ubisoft was like, okay, we get it. You already have the games. So
You're a loyal customer.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you 2.
5.
Was it 5 total? It was
3 blue.
Yeah. So 3 like basic bitch tier, and then 2 maximum epic tier of these loot boxes. The epic tier ones gave him duplicates.
The blue tier one
No way.
gave me a vest that was epic tier, and then I opened the epic tier one, and it was that vest.
That
again
same vest, and then the other item was just like a gray backpack.
that I already had.
Like lowest rarity tier, nothing.
It's almost like
Did you screenshot and send it back to Ubisoft and demand?
I said he should have. Like, dude, your reward for me already having the thing was a thing I already have.
they could have just given me another copy of Ghost Recon. Like same fucking thing. Yeah, no, Ubi some gooby.
I'll just take another copy of Rainbow Six, okay?
God, that wasn't even one of the options because that's a game they could still make money on by
They
selling.
still make money on.
Yeah.
Right, still one of the most
Still one of
popular
the
games
strong.
in the world, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, right off the bat, even without getting to the end game, this already seems like it's more dense with just stuff to do.
Yeah, now that time has passed, everybody's saying that the end game's super repetitive, and it's like, yeah,
Well, that's what end games
are.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, all games are repetitive. It's about the illusion of making it seem like it isn't.
And
like
that-
you're doing the same things.
It being fun to play.
Yeah, and
Like,
that's part of the illusion.
The reason
right?
Destiny 2's endgame content was never fun to play is because there's so much fucking downtime and strikes, and raids require you to not know 5 idiots. You have to know 5 good people.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Division seems much less that route. Like, there's no downtime while you're doing missions, you're just running and shooting. Like, we never stop sprinting in Division.
Yep. And you're running into just random packs of enemies out in the streets,
Yeah.
and there's going to be like elites that'll drop good stuff.
And there's more than just doing dungeons in the end.
Yeah.
From what I'm seeing.
Yeah. And the side missions
Cool.
are almost as content rich as the main missions. And then the hidden caches everywhere, and then there's
It's a world worth walking
I guess
around
the
in.
control points system. There's actually more to it where they can be retaken by
Yeah.
enemies and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
we took the control points. I took one, and then we took one. Then I went back into my game and I had to take that one again.
Yeah. And I guess if you keep them
That was hard to say.
if you keep them supplied, they're less likely to be overtaken because you can go in and give them resources.
Oh yeah.
What I also didn't realize until like yesterday or the day before was that you can visit all your control points once every 24 hours, and the supply rooms have been restocked with drops. So you just open all the chests again, except for the big one. That one's not restocked, but
Okay, but even that small like resources,
yeah,
that would be.
And I got
handy.
some good shit out of those too.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the thing. The loot drops have been great in the game too.
Yeah.
Like I'm always finding useful stuff. At least every hour, I'm
An LMG and something else.
LMGs are the best.
The RPK right now has been.
RPK is really good. All 3 of the major
M60 is a demon.
all 3 of the major LMG types. Whenever I find good ones of them, are like my favorite things.
Yeah.
Even there's the M60 and there's RPK and then there's whatever the other one is.
Yeah.
That one's really good too. Because that one is also like
MG4.
that one has like a low clip capacity but fast reload, so it makes up for not having the 100 shots.
The RPK should be the one that reloads with the clip.
Yeah,
not
MG4 is belt fed.
MG4
There might be another clip one.
Maybe this is the other one.
I know there's
the LA5,
there's a third
right?
one. Yes.
No,
that's
no,
another
never mind. That's an
assault
assault rifle.
Yeah.
But
Can
there's an
be.
LMG that's also clip.
There's
Yeah.
a variant of the LA5
Yeah.
that is a light machine gun.
Yeah,
so
I can't remember all the names,
that-
but
yeah,
there's that's how many there is. I can't remember them all, and I've used them all.
So I've been using an LMG and a sniper for the most part. So I've been rocking the turret again, because what I did in Division 1. And it really helps for crowd control and just keeping guys off your ass.
Flamethrower one?
No, just the basic machine gun one.
That flamethrower one, the yellow guys,
It
it
melts
completely
them,
stuns
yeah.
them.
And I keep switching
Does
up.
it? Yeah, that's the next ability I'm getting.
I keep switching up my other thing. Like I'm currently using the acid round thumper thing, but I think I might switch back to the drone because just having both out at the same time, just maximum.
Have you tried the little Seeker boys?
Yeah, they just don't seem to do enough damage because my skill power isn't high enough. I don't think.
Right.
Like it just tickles everybody, and it's like okay.
Well, it pulls them out of cover.
I was gonna say, yeah, it made a
Yeah,
yellow guy run like hell. From
Yeah,
me.
the reason the LMGs work in this game and why they didn't work in the last game is that fucking armor system is incredible. That's the best thing that I've seen.
Yeah, so the big
like,
boys
you have way more armor than you do health. Destiny's always been the other way around. Like every other game was like, here's your bit of armor, and that revives, and it's gone. Then you have your health, and this one you have loads of armor.
Yeah, and same for the enemies too. Like if you break through a piece of their armor, they're exposed, and you can shred them at that point, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm playing that. Then the other thing I've been playing a bunch of is Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice.
Hips don't lie.
That game is
stupid.
I understand about what you meant losing your arm, by the way. Because you fight the first general dude right away. I see what you mean. Like, because I bet if you win that fight, he probably still cuts your arm.
He
off,
does.
right?
He does. I've seen it. Yeah.
All right.
So it's not like Devil May Cry 5, where if you beat the first boss, it's just like, credits, achievement, you did it, you're the best.
Yeah, no,
congratulations.
I went into that Sekiro thing, and I beat that guy first try, didn't even get hit once, and he still cut my arm off. That's a lie. I watched IGN do it.
I was going to say, there's no way you did that.
No, I went in, and I'm like, I'm supposed to die, and I just put my controller down. I don't need this in my life.
So I'm really liking Sekiro. It's probably got my favorite art direction of all the FromSoft games. Bloodborne though.
Yeah.
The
Bloodborne looks better and has a better art direction, in my opinion.
There's just something about feudal Japan, though, man.
There is
really
something. I do really like it.
This is my second favorite art direction.
As the words were coming out of my mouth, I was like, no, Bloodborne.
Shakira.
I think
Demon Souls.
I think the lighting is better.
The
I think the lighting is better in Sekiro. Like there's the sunlight coming through the trees and stuff, and the glow off of the totems and all that sort of stuff. I think that's really cool.
None of it's dynamic though.
Maybe not. It's all static, but I don't know. It's really
good,
aesthetically pleasing. Like they chose good colors for it.
Yeah, it's like Destiny,
like
shit visuals but gorgeous art.
Yeah,
man, it's really cool. The animation to sit down at the totem.
So
I love that instead of just kneeling into it.
Yeah,
I
like
would
all the
pay for other ways to sit down.
all the Buddhist stuff in it. I think that's cool.
Microtransactions. Yeah. Like the shinobi, ninja, samurai ass, fucking lightning people.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's cool.
And the combat is easily my favorite in the series,
Best.
even though it's the freaking hardest. Like enemies they don't.
The amount of times I've seen people saying, "Yeah, they move the stamina bar. It's way easier." I'm like, you are wrong.
It's
I
not easier.
will take that stamina bar back.
Yeah.
I like having infinite stamina.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
mean it's easier.
You can. It's one of the only Souls games that I feel like maybe I just don't know the maps well enough, but I can't sprint through everybody.
No.
Like even a Bloodborne, I could get through the entire game without getting hit just by running and ducking and weaving. Like the dogs are like, and then you're already around them.
So this is something you mentioned to me, but I was already thinking. The dogs in the game. Oh my god! It's the most satisfying thing.
Revenge for all of the bullshit dogs
in every other FromSoft game,
yeah.
Because the parry window on the dogs in this is so huge.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just insta-kill them every time, and you're like, fuck you, dogs! I win.
Like, the second part that I ran into dogs, I was running down, a hill, parried a dude, kill him, and then I saw, 3 dogs in a row, and it's like, attack, 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 and they just blew up. Like, the parry window is
And that's the thing that makes the game feel so good, is the parry window is pretty generous compared to other games. Yeah. It's just, you have to pop it off a lot, because enemies aren't just, attack you, parry, then they're open. It's like, no, but it's attack, 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 attack. Like, they're vicious in the game. So thankfully the parry window is wide enough, and when you break their guard and get that shinobi death kill thing.
Sync kill.
Oh, it feels so good. And the sound effects and everything.
Are amazing.
Yeah.
Swing!
That being said, I've been playing it legit for 10 hours and...
You beat Butterfly.
I beat Lady Butterfly, and the Horseman, and the Bull.
Fuck that bullfight. Oh my god.
Yeah, so I did all that legit, but
There's
you know
a bull
what?
you're fighting, it's hard.
I'm getting fucked up enough.
Sure. I hit the headless thing and quit.
Yeah. I'm getting fucked.
That's harder than almost anything else I've fought. Those things are stupid.
So I should go fight it.
Yeah.
Now that I'm cheating, because that's what I'm doing now, is
Yeah.
because I fought one too many
Download
spear
Wiimote,
guy.
play Sekiro properly.
Yeah, Wiimote, just give myself infinite items. That's really all I did, I think.
Infinite. Well, yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like, I'm using healing pots infinitely.
Yeah.
So I can't die. I still can. I can die, I just don't die as much as I wouldn't. Like, I'm not angry at the game from dying too much.
Yeah, just that one change, infinite items, is enough to make me be like, okay, I'm not like tense every second. It's like I can afford to take a couple hits and then I can back off and heal and get back in.
I'm playing an action game, not a Souls game right now.
Yeah.
I can still get stun locked into a shit corner and fucked by two dudes, but...
Chris, what did you think of enemies that could grab you?
Not a fan of
the ogre thing. We were talking about it when you were
like when you know about them, like when you know that's a move they can do and you see it coming, it's very possible to dodge it and you can overcome it. But like when you're not expecting it, and even when you are and you're panicking, that'll.
Well,
fuck
so this game has the same thing that all Souls games do, where your dodge, like if you're locked onto something, your dodge is based on the lock, not your direction or anything.
Yeah.
So it won't move off of the same axis as when you're not locked on. So I'll be playing not locked on for a little bit, and then I'll lock onto something and go and dodge, and I'm just like poof, off the side of something, and I'm like, that is not the direction.
And I also feel like because the timing window on the parry and even the dodge is a bit more generous in this game, they make it so that enemies' moves track like way harder. Everything tracks you now. Because it's like, well, no, fuck you. You have the tools to overcome this. Get good.
I spend more time jumping than dodging.
Yeah. That being said,
I jump a lot.
It does feel like this game is more like a Mega Man game in the sense that there's a perfect tool for every job.
Oh, yes. The axe.
There's that too.
The perfect tool for every
But it's like,
job.
for instance, you mentioned the ogre. Like, the flamethrower makes him trivial. Because, like, you hit him with it, and he just panics and freaks out and can't do anything.
Or you hit him with the axe over and over and over.
Yeah. The axe is really good because it stun locks most enemies. So you just keep, especially if you have infinite items, so therefore infinite spirit emblems.
The fuck dude at the there's the fuck dude at the top of the walkway thing that comes down and he starts grilling your asshole, and you just stun lock it. Or axe, and then follow up with the R1 axe, R1 axe, R1, and it's amazing.
Yeah, but I'm liking Sekiro, but I am at a point where I want to just enjoy it, so I'm cheating.
For fun, that shit, get the PC version.
Yeah,
I think I will.
Yeah, it's worth it. Worth playing it with the cheats. I also need to install that thing Joe provided me with, which is the FOV widener.
Yeah, because the game has a terrible. Like when I first got that was the only complaint I had in the beginning. I think that I sent you, right?
Yeah.
Was like everything about this game is pretty cool. FOV is dog shit, almost unplayable.
I guess speaking of things that you had a problem with right away, I didn't even mention this. My first experience with Sekiro, when I was messaging you.
Oh, yeah!
So I get home with my physical copy of the game, because I'm like, yeah, I want the box, and I install it all.
Happy, ready to go. You were angry.
I redeem the code, I install it, it downloads, sweet, I just ate, time to play, I open it, and it's like, why is the screen flickering, and why am I only seeing a quarter of it? What the fuck's going on? I can't even, like, it presents you with that stupid EULA that FromSoft games always do. That's like and it's like, I can't see what to interact with or whatever. I can't get to a menu to change any settings.
Did you try hitting Alt-Enter?
I did.
Okay.
The resolution was stuck to 4K off the bat and wasn't, like, super sampling down or whatever. It was just, we're going to show you a 1080p corner of a 4K image blinking or whatever, and I couldn't get into the game. Until after, like, it was like an hour and a half of trying various things, including copying code into a text document and converting it to an XML file and putting it somewhere, and that didn't fucking work. Eventually, I dug into the NVIDIA settings and turned off some level of dynamic resolution scaling. Which you'd think having resolution scaling
would scale the resolution down.
Right? But turning that off fixed it, and then I was able to go in the settings and change it, and then I went and turned that resolution scaling back on because literally nothing else ever got fucked up with it. So
like while that hour and a half adventure is going on, he messaged me like, dude,
I can't play the game.
I can't play the game. So I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's broken for me. And I hit play and I'm like, oh, it works. And then I went and played 1 hour and a half of it and I was like, this FOV is dog shit. Like I wasn't even planning to play the game.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, it'd be nice to see that for myself. Jesus Christ.
So there's a way to also unlock the FPS from 60 as well. This is capped at 60, but you can't have multiple monitors, so I can't unlock the FPS. So I'm not getting rid of my other monitors.
Never mind then. I won't either.
No, I'll just play at 60. It's fine at 60.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was made for 60 frames per second.
You can unlock it. There's nothing that breaks when you unlock the FPS, apparently.
Okay.
Really?
So, yeah.
Cool.
No ladders.
Yeah.
I don't think there actually are ladders in the game because you just grapple everywhere.
You haven't seen one. Well, I've seen them, I just can't climb them.
Cool. So that's all I've been doing.
What about you, Miles?
Yeah.
Scored a hockey goal? 2.
Well, I mean, like...
You scored the biggest amount of hockey?
I mean, this is our resident hockey guy.
I mean,
Biohazard hockey.
In real life, last Friday we played our final, like, regular season game.
The Olympics.
And the following Saturday was our one playoff game. We were playing for third place. And...
Out of how many teams?
8.
That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So on Friday, I scored a goal. Puck popped out to me, and
fucking
I fired it.
Fired, and it didn't miss.
I fired it between the dude's legs. That's called the 5-hole.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, during our playoff game, we played against the blue team, which is one of the better teams in the league. And
Hey, the red team.
We were the gray team.
The Grey Knights.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking every time I had the puck. I must smite something. Anyway, there was a defenseman that was probably their weakest defenseman, and in terms of like playing abilities.
Yeah.
And he was like boards were to his left, and I was coming towards him, and I put my stick to the right, like opposite to him, so he couldn't pass it up the boards. And then as I kept getting closer to him, he panicked and he tried to throw it to the right side, and I stuck my stick out and I grabbed it. Yeah. And then I went upstairs on the goalie. And I dude, it was a miracle I didn't throw my helmet off in celebration.
Yeah.
Just throw your stick like a spear at somebody.
Yeah, kill the goalie.
Yeah! Well, so, the funny story, though, the goalie, he subbed for us a few games. Like, everybody subs for different teams if you need a player. And in the 2 games that he subbed for us, no joke, he let in 9 goals in one game and 14 goals in the other game.
Holy shit.
Almost like it was sabotage.
Okay, and then when he plays against us...
He's a god.
He fucking makes saves he has no business making. Like, his leg comes up, kicks the puck away. You're like, how'd you make that save?
Okay, Neo, sure.
Yeah. So, anyway, it was really nice to score a goal on him because I hated him.
Yeah.
Like, the second game was the one where we got scored on 9 times. And, like, in 2 minutes, no joke... 4 goals have been scored already. And I slammed the fucking door on the bench because I was pissed off. Like, I don't want to play if you're going to be this shitty. Yeah. Give me somebody else. Give me a fucking kid. Well, the kid's probably better.
There's a difference between being shitty and, like, that seems intentional.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, being like a shitty person.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a shitty player.
Like, he's just like, it's almost like he wasn't trying.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so
it's no weird coincidence.
Anyway, we ended up losing the playoff game, so I guess we technically placed 4th, but out of 8 teams, 4th is alright with me.
Yeah.
You're halfway there, mate.
Anyway, so but for games, I played a little bit more of Devil May Cry.
Devil.
I'm going to start with that. Well,
Shakir Devil.
I mean, it's cool. I like how fluent it is and stuff, and it's just mindless action. I didn't realize how much mindless action it really was. I beat Goliath. I kicked the fuck out of him.
He's got tummy teeth.
Yes. Yeah, he did the tornado or vortex sucky thing, and it was like press L1 to expend arm, and I popped out. And I was like, wait.
I just blew out your asshole.
I was like, wait a minute, what happened? And but anyway, so I kicked the fuck out of him. Then I ran around, slayed some demons, did a secret area and stuff. But you guys know what it is. It's just mindless action.
Still May Cry.
Yeah.
Very stylish.
Yeah, I'm very excited to play as Dante. Actually, Chris one of you had mentioned that playing with V is kind of annoying.
Chris mentioned
So
that.
yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of him. Joe really likes V.
I'll talk about my opinions
Yeah.
after.
Okay. So I don't know. I haven't got to him yet, so I'm not sure how to feel about it. So if you guys are on opposite fences,
I think what it'll come down to is, do you button mash with Nero, or are you trying to like do specific moves and timing and stuff like that?
it's a bit of both.
Because like V is heavenly for
I
button
only
mash.
button mash.
Oh,
I do not try and do combos because the timing to wait for things infuriates me.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll enjoy it then. It just sounded like you were saying, like, if you're moving one way and then you're making your pets go the other way or something, like you were making it sound like there was a lot of micromanaging going on.
So that's if you're trying to be. It is if you're trying to be specific with your attacks and movements. Like I'm going to target him and do this or whatever. But you're just like fight things.
Okay, maybe it'll be okay. But then the one I'm really excited to play as is Dante.
He's my favorite.
I really want to play as Dante. Just because like the opening scene against Urizen, like Dante just looks so fucking badass, and then he turns into his demon form or whatever.
Like
Devil
Trigger,
Oh, that's what it's called. So, yeah, I watched the backstory on it and it ran through all the things. So I was like, I have no idea what's happening.
What does this even mean? Yeah,
It's like a YouTube video.
it's
it's right on. So like it. So
like
it
an
just
optional
tells
thing in
the
the
story
menus.
from the first Devil May Cry, but it like summarizes it very quickly. But it does it through all the games that have
and it's
been
all
out.
through text.
Yes.
Yeah, no, not gonna happen.
It explains.
It's
that.
a video of text.
That can eat my asshole.
Yeah,
But
if the text was on the screen and they at least narrated it, that'd be one
Should
thing.
just be all the cutscenes from the games.
Yeah, like all the major ones.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, so that's cool. Obviously, I've been playing Smoky and stuff. I got reinvigorated. I made a player that's coming up in the draft. That's supposed to be the first overall pick, and I kind of cheated to get the first round pick. So I put him on Detroit, and I got the second round pick. So I got this other kid and stuff.
Because you're a Detroit fan.
I love Detroit.
You're fucking weird.
I am weird, yes. I love Detroit. I hate the Sens. I'm indifferent on the Leafs. I like the Montreal Canadiens. Those are three teams that are closest to us.
Sports, right?
All those three teams suck.
Montreal doesn't.
Yep.
Toronto doesn't.
They're terrible.
I haven't.
Look, okay. New Jersey Devils.
Oh.
Who's at the bottom of the barrel right now?
They're the third worst team in the
Greatest
NHL.
team, okay?
Right?
They're just slightly above Detroit. All right, you
So
back the
that's
fuck
so
off.
It was funny, I was talking to one of my friends and I was like, I cheer for the Devils. He's like, what? And I'm like, I know.
You're
but
like,
they're fine. It's okay. They'll be back. They'll go up one
You're
day.
like, I'm not really a hockey fan, but I like
Well, because there was
They're
that.
from New Jersey, right? The
There
Devils.
was
Yes.
the one year they. I can't remember if they took the cup or if they were second. But my mother was like, "Yeah, Sens." You know, everybody Ottawa Sens, whatever. And then they lost. She's like, cheer for the guys that beat them. Devils it is. And then I'm like, cool, I'm in. And I've been cheering for them ever since. And then they've just slowly gotten worse every single year, it seems.
Ever since they lost Marty Brodeur, their all-time best goalie, and
Maybe that's a way to be. It's like, okay, you pick a team, and then as soon as somebody beats them, it's like, okay, those are my guys. And as soon as somebody beats them,
Yeah.
those are my guys.
Yeah.
Like whatever, you know.
Who do you cheer for? Who's at the top?
No, not who's at the
Who's
top.
the best?
No, but it's a
Who just keeps beating the team that I like?
yeah. It's just like, well, obviously this team's better, so this one. You don't just go like, oh,
I got fantasy sports in my fucking pocket.
So obviously, playing a bit of hockey and stuff. I was thinking, I honestly, I finally had the idea to sell it, which is not a good sign. Usually, if I have that idea, I'm going to just get rid of it because I'm done playing it. Yeah. But this has kind of reinvigorated me to want to play it again. Yeah. So I'll give it a little bit more.
It's past the point that it's worth anything at this point.
I know, right? So, whatever. I mean, I'll just take it in and trade it towards whatever. Although Joe was saying I should probably wait because there's usually one that's traded in the first like fucking 7 days. Buy it used instead.
Yeah.
You know, put the trade on the card or something. Put it towards NHL 19 or NHL 20.
Oh, 2020.
That's true.
Although, game comes out in September, Black Friday, November, it's always half off.
Yeah.
Or I can't wait that long. Yeah. I need to play it.
Because it's Chelsea, son.
Chelsea, son.
I'm sorry. I'm willing to wait like an extra week or something, but
it takes them 2 months to fix the game anyway.
I need... No, this one was good right off the
bat. Did it have a good launch?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, this is the one that made worse with patches.
Yeah, they reverted the skating style back to 2018. It was like, no, it's worse. Why would you change it ever? But whatever. That's just
the community.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. Heaven forbid.
You ever thought maybe the community's maybe fucking retarded?
Have you ever wondered that maybe better skating makes the game more fun. Oh wait,
Stupid.
nope, that's ridiculous.
Absolutely stupid. That's
Anyway.
absurd.
How about Dokkan Battle?
How much money did they waste getting the skating good and then piss it away by
Like
returning
literally attached,
yeah, and they did all the little balls in your belly.
Yeah, what's it called?
Mocap.
Mocap.
Little balls.
They did mocap on. They did mocap
Just
on,
your belly.
Yeah.
on like Connor McDavid, who's the fastest skater the game has ever seen and stuff. They put it on him and had him like skate around the rink all over the place and stuff.
Mocap can't keep up. We need more balls.
Is that how they mocap Mike Wazowski? It's just belly.
So then,
Dokkan Battle.
Dokkan Battle, I haven't been playing much of.
Disappointed.
I've honestly taken a little bit of a break from it.
Sekiro.
But I have played some Sekiro. Or whatever. it is.
Shakira.
But
I think they say Sekiro.
And they're wrong.
Yeah.
It's Shakira.
It's really cool. All the things that you said about it, I agree with. All the things that you've said about it, like I agree with all that. I really like it. I love how hard it is. I really do. It just drives me up the fucking wall.
I will not play without cheats. Period.
It's I'm cool with the parry system. I love that. I love shooting dudes in Bloodborne to parry them and stuff. Like I love that style of game, but this one is just
an easier fucking game.
Yes.
I feel like Bloodborne's the easiest of the Souls games.
It is.
That's ever come out.
Yeah.
It is, or it's followed very closely by Dark Souls 3 because that game is fucking dirt simple.
As soon as you get to the Aldrich boss, Dark Souls 3 is fucking retarded though. Like Lightning Dragon Boy, some of those bosses are absurd.
Yeah.
All the elemental bosses.
Yeah, the first half of Dark Souls 3 is
unless you use a shield, then it mitigates everything. Literally.
Can you block Aldrich?
Yep.
If you have a shield that blocks magic damage.
No, I just had like a dragon shield and it worked fine.
Huh. Yeah, she always just stunned my shield out of the way and killed me.
No.
Took away all my stamina.
Aldrich boss. Which one's that?
The wizard stuck in the pudding.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it killed me once and then I killed it.
That boss can suck my asshole. I died like 4 times on that one.
The boss I died the most to was the Dragon King, followed very closely by the fucking brothers. That shit was annoying.
I got to Aldrich and stopped.
Brothers?
Yeah, remember the big dude and then the one that's riding on his back throwing fucking lightning at you?
Oh, yeah. Man, I was so happy when I beat that boss. And then it was like, round 2, cocksucker.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, sure.
Rise, my brother. I was like, oh, not again.
That was
So that
was
shit-
like infinite Estus.
So that shit happens in Sekiro. It's like, finally beat this boss. Guess who's back?
Like, it happens like really hard. But if you have the axe and the follow-up attack, you can literally just blow your way through.
So yeah, like Lady Butterfly,
Uh,
she has, you like, I beat her. And she's like, no, I'm back.
did she have that?
Yeah. And that's when she calls in the ghosts.
Oh, fuck that. Lady Butterfly sucks, dude. Buy the game on PC.
But I found her second form or whatever easier because I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm out of healing stuff. I am just closing the distance, and I am keeping you in a close range battle, and we're just trading blows until one of us dies.
That was wrong. That's 1,000,000% wrong. It's like, fuck it. There's spiders everywhere. I'm going for his ass. And you just run at him with Ludwig's just beating the fuck out of him.
The thing is, though, like, at least with
Giant
Lady
piece
Butterfly and
of
some other bosses, it's like, if you get really in close with them and you just keep the attack on, it's like you're going to go ping, 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 like it does like they're about to counter you kind of thing, and then they do one move, and if you counter that properly, you can initiate that same pattern again. So, pling, 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 block, pling, pling, pling. If you mess up the parry, though, and just do a normal block or fuck it up, then they'll go on like a combo
Offensive,
string and start doing other moves. But if you can keep them on the defensive, it's your
With the axe.
The axe helps too. The axe is really good for if you do fuck up the parry, to get them back into the pattern, because you're just stunning them out of it. And you're like, no, fuck you. I'm fighting
If you get the attack off on a spring-loaded axe, they can't knock you out of it. Unless the enemy's bigger than you. So any human enemy, you can just and just like beat them.
I like how you felt the need to like emphasize bigger by like putting your hands up.
Yeah, dude, they're bigger.
They're bigger than...
Bigger. Because there's some enemies that are bigger, right? These ones are bigger. And you know, the bigger they are.
No.
The bigger they get.
The bigger they get.
They're not bigger. They're bigger.
Bigger. Bigger.
So it's cool. I really like the mobility. I'm really liking Feudal Japan. It's really cool. I love the soundtrack. It sounds really great. It's got a very good feel to it.
Yeah.
And I do like the combat. I like it being swift and like I do like it. It's
so
just
swift.
It's hard. I get so So I explained this to Joe a very long time ago. The very first time I ever played Bloodborne with Joseph, he'll remember this because I was like the biggest whiny little bitch ever.
Oh yeah, you didn't own the game.
No,
I played my copy.
I just played it with him because he was like, "Dude, let's play some Bloodborne." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I've been looking at it. Like, it kind of looks cool."
And you had up to this point been like,
I had
fuck Demon Souls, fuck Dark Souls 1. I don't need that shit in my life.
and I never played Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
So I was brand new to it again.
Yeah.
And the cleric beast, Joseph got to the cleric beast. He's like, "Hey, here." He just handed me the controller. I was like, and he was like, "Go fight it." And I was like, "Okay, cool."
That seems big.
I was like, I don't really know what to do. And then, like, naturally, like, I was just trying to attack him. I was like, oh, I'm dead.
And I felt like that was my introduction to the Souls series. I was playing Demon Souls with a friend, and I would get to like, they would run through the world and stuff, and I'd play a bit here and there. They'd get to the boss, and then hand me the controller. And I'd be like, what do I do? And then I would die. And then, in a standard Dark Souls experience, you run all the way back. But he got me back to the boss again. I was like, okay, try the boss again. And then I did that 3 or 4 times. Like, okay, I get it now. I didn't have to deal with that initial frustration of like, I'm just shit, I'm never going to beat this fight.
Yeah.
And that makes getting into the Souls games a lot easier.
Yeah. So I think it was, we ran through the entire game, and I would try a boss here and there and stuff, and I would die, and I'd give him back the controller, and he'd beat it. No, it was my copy. It was my copy, because it was... Did
you buy it on day one with me? Is that
no,
what it was?
I bought it like a year later. But you played it with me because I said I bought it, and you were like, "Hey, cool, let's run through the game together." Because I said I was like, well, I'm kind of nervous to play the game because I haven't played. And you were like, "No, it'll be fine. Let's play it together." And anyway, and I just gave him the controller for some of the bosses and stuff and watched him do it. But it's not the real experience, right? You have to fight the boss to really understand how annoying they are. Anyway, and then...
it was one of those games, like, after
wrong.
we played through it, you're just like, hey, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I've played and beat the game. I've killed Gehrman, like, I think 7 or 8 times now, like, to just end the game, not the moon presence, or, like, just whatever, right? But, like, sometimes bosses still get me because I forget a move that they're gonna do, because it's been a while since I've played,
Or the
right?
dickhead with the cage on his head fucking cheats. I fucking hate that boss.
The one Bloodborne...
so much.
See, I never had a problem with him. The one Bloodborne
He would
boss...
kill me through everything.
The one that would always do that to me was Rom. Like, I never figured that fight out. It was more just like a brute forcing...
Right.
Well, honestly, that's what it ends up being. The only thing you really have to watch out for is, like, the nuclear explosion
The ice attacks.
and Blizzaga. And that's it. Like, if you can get past that, the spiders are relatively easy to get around.
They're easy to dodge. Attack twice, dodge, attack twice, dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rom's patterns are easy, but they're fucking weird. A Rom in the Chalice Dungeon is the hard one.
See, and I had no problem with him. I beat him on my first try.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because I knew there was, like, literally nowhere to go in the room, and I went right at him. I was like, no, we're doing this right now.
Fight me, demon!
Anyway.
I remember people saying, like, man, I thought Rom was hard. And then Chalice Dungeon's like, no, Rom's hard.
Yeah. No.
The vacuum spider.
Obviously, the hardest one in the Chalice was the Cursed Chalice Dungeon. It's fucking Amygdala.
Fuck that.
Wait. That fight's so annoying.
Does that
Fuck
mean in
that fight.
Sekiro you play as Rom because you have vacuum powers?
No, you're not. You're the vacuum wolf.
No, but is that just like a cover? Are you actually the vacuum spider?
You're Rob, the vacuum
Rob.
wolf.
Well, hey, there's an item called Robert's Fireworks that you buy in the game, and there's a guy that if you like kick him off the side of a building and he falls down, he yells Robert.
I don't know if I believe you.
Yeah.
Because you say Robert a lot like that.
Do I?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
You do the what's his face's voice?
Oh, Ray Romano.
Yeah.
Robert.
That's what it is.
I live across the street from my parents.
I
I
don't
didn't even think of that.
I don't have anything else, boys. That's all I've been playing.
All right, how about
Sounds
you,
like
Joe?
A fun-filled week. I don't know what I've been playing.
Nope.
Fuck you,
You haven't
Dragon.
seen?
Well, I guess I didn't say I've been playing Division, but I've been playing with you guys. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I played a bit of Division. I'll
It's
start
really
with
cool.
that. Play some Division. Good game. Playing DMC.
Good game.
Better game. V. If I could play the whole game as V, I absolutely would. Fuck Nero, which is budget Dante. V is the
So
greatest character in
V
any
button
game.
mashing actually looks cool.
Yeah, I press Y. Sometimes X, sometimes I hold X, sometimes I hold Y, sometimes I'm hitting R1, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I hit L1 and a golem pops in. Sometimes I hit
It just
R2
belly
and other
flops
buttons
on
and
people.
my big black cock gets bigger. Sometimes a big black tiger gets bigger. It's a real good character. It's V still is like a douche canoe.
Okay, so
like listening to him.
No,
talk.
the douche canoe is Nero.
Don't talk about Nero's coat. It's fine. It's the best.
He
part
has
of
him in his white coat. Looks like such a fucking trash.
He's the best looking. He's so like Yakuza, but like retarded.
Do you know if they were to do like a live casting for V, it's the dude that plays Ben Kenobi, or sorry, Ben Solo.
Oh, Ray.
What's his face?
Adam Driver.
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah,
like I looked at him. I went, wait,
that's
is this
him.
I was like, is this
Although-
that's the guy.
Although the V is modeled after a real person.
No,
Like all the people in Devil May Cry 5. Like
does he
V-
have those luscious lips in
Oh
real
yeah.
life?
Oh yeah. They're all modeled after real people.
Oh, except it's Adam Driver then.
Is Nico
Apparently.
the perfect woman?
The thing is though, that none of them are voiced by their models.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Nico's voice is more than half of the character. So
Up your butt.
that'd be bad. She's so good. Yeah.
You have any idea where that thing's been?
That'd be bad. Like her dialogue is the best. She's female character of the year for me.
I think part of what makes her dialogue so good is that half the time it doesn't feel like she's addressing anyone around her.
No, she's talking. Yeah.
Like almost in like a bad acting kind of way, but it makes it even more endearing somehow.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the perfect woman.
Yeah. Yeah, she's fantastic. V's gameplay is amazing. I don't even care about Dante at this point. V is fucking perfect. If I could have a whole game based off of combat like that, it would be great. And like the way the dodging mechanic works, and it pulls your like tiger back to you, and the jumping with the bird thing to get like just away from people. Like I don't have to rely on dodging, which I just suck at in this game. Like dodging is.
And then the other half of the time when you're about to take a big hit, you just summon your golem and get some iframes, and he just belly flops from the abyss.
Yeah.
And then starts carpet bombing the area.
Yeah, there was one of the bosses that I was fighting was doing like a fucking stabby thing, and I'm just like, golem, iframes. His attack just completely missed, and the golem just beat the stuffing out of him.
It was really great because it was a really fast boss, and I was like, the golem's probably not going to help here because the golem's like really slow.
Yeah.
But ends up carpet bombing in the exact right way. It like staggers the thing and then just fucking belly flops on top of him.
Like it's one of those things. Like my luck made the stars line up, and the golem beat the boss for me. Like it was glorious. Yeah, it's cool.
Coming.
I want to get through DMC. But yeah, I'm playing that. I'm playing Sekiro. I think I said everything I have to about that. Sekiro's cool.
Using the fire a lot.
Yeah. Well, I light my sword on fire, then switch to the axe, and then I got the fire that makes you shoot fire better.
Yeah.
And it's now that I have stronger fire, I've been using that.
Just like Genos' overwhelmingly intense firepower. Blowing everything up.
I don't know if I've been playing anything else. I don't think so. A bit of Counter-Strike. The new boxes are out. I got a deagle out of it. Opened one box today. Got a fucking purple deagle. Looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks like it's overheating.
Yeah.
It sounds like I also need to open boxes.
They're $5 each.
Sounds like I need to open 20 boxes.
Not 80.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it has the new M4 is called the Emperor. And it looks really fucking cool. So, but yeah, that's I think that's all I was playing.
All right, so what do you say we get into the week as we see it?
Let's get right into our news.
Our news, our terms, Battlestar Galactica.
Bears.
First up, it's not about a game that any of us really care about, but one of the earliest Battle Royale games, the Culling, is shutting down.
Oh no.
Because
nobody's playing
it.
Nobody was playing it, so they put out a sequel. Nobody played that.
So that's the thing. So the first one actually was slightly novel. It had kind of a Hunger Games thing going on where you get like UI elements in the sky. Like when people died, it would do like, map-wide alerts and stuff. And the whole concept was like you're prisoners and it was shooting you down in like fucking tubes, and you'd come out and you'd have to punch trees and then force them together with a rock, and it was really funny because you just like started pushing them together, and then they become a bow or whatever.
AK-47.
Yeah,
it was
sure.
that game.
Yeah.
That you push. Okay.
Yeah.
So it had its own concepts. It was kind of neat. So then popularity dropped off. PUBG came out. Other things happened. So they were like, okay, the Culling 2 is like a bare bones Unity asset flip PUBG clone.
Like, actually worse than the first one.
And actually worse than PUBG somehow.
Yeah.
So nobody cared about that, and very quickly they were like, okay, we'll make it like the first one, and then they're just shutting it all down.
Nice. I never played it.
People bought these games.
I bought PUBG.
I'm
upset about it.
The memes for the Culling 2 was like 100-player battle royale or 80 or something like that, and it never had more than like 18 concurrent players or something stupid.
Yeah.
So there was never enough players playing the game to fill one match.
Good stuff.
Zoink, Scoob.
Next up is Google's bullshit.
Google Stadia.
Google Stadia. Have you heard about this one, Alex?
I haven't.
Google
No.
Stadia.
So
half the internet loves it, the other half is like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop.
Yeah. So Google at the GDC, is that what it was? Game Developers Conference? They announced their vision for
Is it
gaming.
Game Developer Conference?
Yeah.
It's more
Oh,
of a
right.
tech show nowadays.
Yeah.
Right, they're making their own console, right? Is that what it was?
Not exactly.
Yes.
They're making their own streaming service.
So,
okay.
Stadia is pretty much just a controller. Because the idea is they run shit on their servers.
Shitty looking controller.
A really shitty looking controller. They run their shit on servers, and you stream the gameplay. Because that totally worked with OnLive, and that
And
totally
we definitely
works
have
with PlayStation
internet
now.
around the world that is powerful enough to stream things with very little latency.
Yeah. And what was it? It was even like in their ideal scenarios, when they were demoing it at GDC, like playing Doom or whatever on it, because they're like, oh yeah, Doom Eternal and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we've got all this support or whatever. But even in their ideal scenario with gigabit connections, they're like, yeah, only like 160 milliseconds of input latency.
160. More than 10 is unplayable. So, yeah, basically it's not going to work in Canada.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way in hell. Our internet is dog shit up here.
And
You'd
also,
have to be in the city.
Yeah, and even then, like, you tend to be sharing lines with other groups of people and things like there's way too many things in place. And streaming requires a constant good connection.
the reason it
It's like
works
playing online where you can have hiccups and packet loss. That's okay.
The reason it works for videos and music is because you can like buffer a bunch of stuff in advance. Games you can't do that.
Buffer inputs. Like when you're watching YouTube video at 4K 60 FPS, it's streaming a portion. If it hiccups for a second, it's going to keep buffering after that and maintaining.
Yeah.
But obviously you know how frustrating it is when Netflix is like, oh, so they were playing at 480p because the internet shit itself. It's like, oh.
That's going to happen with games.
Yeah. Yeah, they're talking about... their main thing is like, we're going to be streaming like 4K 60 FPS. Why 60? Like, what is this thing about 60 being the standard? Why are we aiming so fucking low?
Because everybody else has been aiming so much lower for so long that 60 feels like an improvement.
Yeah, actually.
I mean, it's literally double the frame rate, so...
Of everything else,
Right.
yeah.
But frame rate doesn't mean shit if...
Input lag is bad.
Input lag and
Well,
interruptions.
there's been so many games that have come out. It's like, this is a 60 FPS game. It's like, this feels like dog shit because latency. You have so many post-processing effects. You have so much shit in your input pipeline.
So put that on top of internet latency.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's because they're not going to stop making games with all these like fancy effects that add latency as well.
Yeah. No, if I'm playing like a visual novel on Google Stadia, sure, that's fine.
Although there won't be any visual novels on
Because
Google
Google
Stadia.
censors the shit out
Well,
of
yeah,
everything.
they've already said there's going to be no adult content on Google Stadia.
So
when what their
basically,
definition of
already
adult
all
is...
A Destiny T-rated
Yeah.
games.
I mean, like, Doom's on there, but that's demons. Who cares?
Yeah. Is there any demon titties in Doom?
I don't know. They're probably censored in the Stadia version.
I'll ask Tad Howard.
Yeah. And Rodney Patch Funk.
Yeah. Hey, Rodney Patchfunk. Is there titties in
Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 3? I should ask him. Be like, hey, is Moxie gonna be,
Letting it loose.
yeah, she gonna let it go? Ooh. She gonna...
Is Moxie gonna Disney Frozen Elsa this bitch?
Alright.
Alright, moving on.
So yeah, Google Stadia,
Well, beyond all that, it's like...
the thing that I do like is this is like a pretty incredible piece of tech. Like it's
Sure.
the content that they're going to be able to stream. Okay, so now take the entire planet and give it your internet.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way this is going to remotely work. Because my internet's fast enough most of the time.
And fast enough to get maybe that 160 milliseconds. Not fast enough to play it at a reasonable...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know how it is. Just sometimes it's just all of a sudden it's just like, drop. It's like,
like Google Stadia, so what, my connection hiccups and I have to relaunch the game? And their biggest thing is they're like, because all of our games are going to be stored locally on our servers, you never have to update anything, you never have to worry about this.
And you can play it on any device, like, you just, whatever.
I don't think I've ever booted up Steam and been like, gotta update for 3 or 4 hours. Like, it's not like the console world where everything's just built to be dog shit. Yeah. In a current actual functioning world where hardware is actually kept up to date and not stupid expensive RTX, there's a functioning world where we all have the appropriate hardware.
Yeah.
You don't need to strip that away from us. Now, imagine Google Stadia, you do something bad, and like the Epic Store, and you get banned.
Yeah.
So do you lose your Google Stadia account with all of this stuff?
Well, that's the thing.
You can't mod games anymore.
It's already
access to game files.
It's already dicey enough with ownership on digital games as it is.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be...
Valve is already pushing the limits, and they're the best of them all.
And now it's going to be just like Netflix, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go play that game that I've been enjoying. It's like, they
didn't want to renew their license.
Yeah, they rolled over the service, and that game's not on there anymore.
And
Whoops.
so I don't know, but I know Google has development studios, like software engineers that are working on game development content. Is this going to be like Netflix? And Google's SJW bullshit.
A Google original.
Stranger Things 3. Like, is that it's getting a little political, but
Google is that type of company.
Yeah, they're fucking trash. Podcast banned off of YouTube. Yeah. Whatever, catch us on BitChute.
Eating barbecue.
Yeah. When my father died.
I wanted to die too.
And I said fuck school.
That too. Alright, off of Google Stadia.
Yeah, onto something.
Clearly we don't give a shit about it.
Fuck them.
Yeah, Wii U sales.
Their controller looks like the...
It looks like the OnLive controller.
Yeah. It looks like the worst of the Xbox controller with the worst of the Nintendo Pro controller.
Yeah.
And there's very little bad about those, but they caught them. They caught it all.
They caught them all. Next up is some little news. Cuphead is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
That's what it looks like.
That's the Google Stadia controller. Miles pulled it up on his phone.
Gross.
Google Stadium.
Yeah. Anyways, Cuphead coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Yep. So you could die hard in Cuphead.
Yeah.
It's just
apparently,
an Xbox controller.
Pretty much. Apparently, the way that happened, though, was that Microsoft approached the studio to do it. It wasn't like, hey, we want to put this on the Switch from...
Oh, fuck yeah, that's not a multi-platform game.
No, that was a Microsoft funded, published thing.
Microsoft and Nintendo are fucking... They're bumping uglies.
Yeah. So that rumor that Ori and the Blind Forest is coming to Switch, probably going to happen as well.
So this makes me curious, because I know Microsoft is really pushing their streaming service. Not aggressively, but they're pushing it. It's the forefront.
It's going to be a feature of their next system as well.
Yeah. So ideally, the Switch is not a powerful machine. There's no other option but to stream things.
Yeah. I suspect, there's going to be a streaming thing to the Switch. There were
you play Gears of War on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
No, but the fact that it will be an option for people is fantastic. Yeah. And that's, I guess, part of my thing with the Google Stadia.
But if you want it...
It lets people play games that otherwise have no access. Because there's people in countries that have access to incredible internet, but the hardware is way too expensive to actually buy PCs.
And there are people playing Just Cause 4 on the original Xbox One and going, this is fine. So clearly...
God, you're right.
So clearly, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. But yeah, there's an audience that this benefits. I just don't want this to become the norm for people that it won't benefit, which is us.
Yeah. Yeah, I selfishly want Google Stadia to fail because I don't want that to be what games become.
Yeah. And I think
just because people don't know better doesn't mean they shouldn't have better.
Yeah. That's one of those things. Like, you can buy an original Xbox, or you can waste a shit ton of money and buy a computer and play games slightly more acceptably.
Next up,
the options there.
Next up. Also from Nintendo News, the people behind Crypt of the Necrodancer are teaming up. They're teaming up with Nintendo to make a kind of pseudo sequel spin-off called The Cadence of Hyrule, and it's like a crossover between Necrodancer and Zelda.
Fuck off.
Probably the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah.
If there's anything that's gonna make me buy a Switch, it's shit like this.
See, that's the kind of other than internal Like, you made your game, it's exclusive to your platform thing. That's the other kind of exclusivity I'm totally cool with. Is like, we got this third-party studio who's known for making a cool thing, and we got them to make their cool thing mixed with our cool thing on our platform.
Yeah.
That's some cool shit.
Yeah, and Nintendo's, I guess because they're buddy-buddy with Microsoft, they are like a step away from... Because Microsoft is just one step forward in letting their stuff happen on PC and the Steam Marketplace. Mm-hmm. And Nintendo, just take that extra step, share your games.
Back to Xbox. I don't see that happening, but...
PC... If a Nintendo game ever comes to Steam, I'll squeal. Like a little girl.
It'll still be lacking every single feature necessary.
If people are brute forcing emulators, imagine how crazy they're going to go for actual like source code that they can rip through. True. Because at Hyrule Warriors, what's the Switch game with the Zelda?
Hyrule Warriors?
No,
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. The emulator has been brute forced to be 4K 60 FPS on PC. Like a fucking emulator. Like all people have done is rip ROMs apart. Yeah.
I want to play it on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was funny because like the first day we got emulators working. The second day it's like you can run it at 60 FPS provided there's no water anywhere on screen. Because I think there was a thing where like if you saw water on your screen you fell through the world. It was just the weirdest of bugs.
Like Link is cursed.
Yeah. Oh, water!
If he sees water, he just turns into a ghost.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Mom always told me never to look at the ocean. I never knew why. No, Robert. So after that good news,
yeah, let's get on to more good news.
Some bad news.
Uh-oh.
Like a whole shit ton of games just got canceled.
Damn it!
Drats! You know what? And I've resigned myself of these titles like prior to because I think we all fucking knew this was going to happen. But
so
give me a list here, Chris.
Let me spit off.
So first off, Control from Remedy, the guys what made Quantum Break and
Quantum Break
Alan
has
Wake.
been the shittiest PC port of this generation. They can fucking have it.
So that's not coming to.
I mean, it did kind of look cool.
So that's
it's great, but it ran like dog. It did not go above 30.
I don't mean that.
PCs.
I mean Control.
Yeah, Control looked cool, but it doesn't exist anymore because it's.
I thought
Quantum Break looked cool too, though. Like, but it didn't run for shit. That's Sean Ashmore.
So
it's the one where it's the Gears of War thing, right? You're fighting up the tower.
That's Quantum Theory.
Quantum Theory, yeah.
Quantum Break is Sean Ashmore in time
traveling shooting.
Yeah,
never played it.
So yeah, Control exclusive to Epic doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
The Outer Worlds also canceled.
Hold on, which one's that?
It's the one from Obsidian, the guys that it was like the Fallout but not Fallout game.
Oh.
So this one is a little different. It is also coming to the Windows Store, but that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Like that's only moderately better than.
It's coming to Steam a year later. So, in lieu of this news, I was like, okay, let me find some reasons to be okay with this. And after watching back their previous trailers and stuff, it's like, no, this is gonna feel like a Fallout game. Which means it's gonna.
I'm not looking for excuses to like think of it as bad. I'm just at the point now where if you're gonna make this type of deal and like just fuck over everybody, even if it's gonna come to Steam a year later, I don't care. Like I'm not doing it. Like,
but now I'm content.
Yeah, sure. Like convince yourself of whatever reason you need to. But also canceled.
So now just for the Outer World thing, sorry, that game specifically. The developers were on Discord at the time and their server talking about the game and everything.
Oh, they were posting like they were posting like Steam achievements.
Yeah,
and
they were getting ready. They were excited. They're talking about the game, and then that news broke everywhere, and they're like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah,
sounds like the developers, like Obsidian, had no fucking idea this was happening because it was all done by.
I feel bad for them, but still, like this is who you made your bed with.
Yeah. Why would you partner with one of? Are they the worst? No, WB's worse.
Yeah.
So why'd you partner with the second worst in the world? But yeah, sorry. List the other ones.
Also, The Sinking City.
That's a shame.
Which, can you describe that game at all?
Third-person shooter
horror.
Lovecraft horror.
Yeah, looked cool.
Looked amazing.
I think we looked at something for it, right? We wanted to get that.
Yeah, canceled. I don't know what this one is. After Party. Never heard of it.
Guard 3.
And Industries of Titan. Also haven't heard of that one.
That one seemed cool.
So that was just the first salvo. Also announced and then canceled within the same breath, because coming to PC, was all of Quantic Dreams games, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human. They were like, coming to PC. Epic. Okay, not coming to PC.
And I think, like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, remember Journey? Exclusive to the Epic Store. So, I'll buy Journey on Steam one day.
Yeah. So the Epic
I wanted
situation.
to try that game.
Or
That looked cool.
just pirate it, because fuck off.
So that's what's really going to happen here.
Well, that's the thing, is everybody's like, oh, no, you can't... So Reddit, after this, had, like, a mass purging, like, you can't condone piracy and all this kind of stuff. Fuck off. Pirate the game. Fuck developers.
Well, show them that you're willing to not succumb to it, right?
Well, yeah, it's like,
Fuck it.
sure, you can play your shit.
Why
And
not
that's,
do
like, Epic Games was... So, Capcom came out and they're like, yeah, here's, like, exact sales for Resident Evil, and Capcom. That's the company. And DMC, like, we're really proud of the numbers. Everybody's doing pretty good. Awesome party. Let's keep this year going. And then Epic is like, yeah, Metro Exodus sold really well on the Epic Store.
I wanted to talk about that, actually.
Sold amazingly well.
So they were like, yeah, so Metro Exodus sold, they didn't say how many it sold. They're like,
that's the thing.
They're like, it sold, like...
way better than Last
Light.
Light.
They're like, it sold about 2.5 times as much as Metro Last Light did.
Now, going back...
When it launched.
Yeah, going back to Last Light's launch.
Not counting the Redux version. That also came out on PS4 and Xbox One, and PC again, which sold way more.
So, yeah, Last Light was one of the most demanding games on PC when it came out. Got terrible reviews because it was fucked when it launched. Total Biscuit was like, this game's probably going to be cool eventually. Don't fucking play it.
Because even on my 17 Titans...
12 FPS, mate.
And no FOV slider.
It wasn't Australian.
No FOV slider.
There was an FOV slider, I think.
Not a good enough one.
I don't think there was one in Exodus when it launched.
Perfect.
Exodus is not a good game on PC to play. It's not a good game on anything to play. But that's the thing, is they're like, yeah, amazing sales. They didn't give us numbers. Tim Sweeney's retarded.
But they're just fudging like the numbers. They're like, yeah, it sold. Like, Exodus sold better than the original launch version of Metro Last Light.
Captain Marvel made a lot of money.
We probably did.
Which is funny, because actually, speaking of Captain Marvel, they're boasting about, like, all this money they made. Every other movie talks about, like, their, what do they call it? Domestic earnings. And then they later, like, and worldwide it did this.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel went right to worldwide.
Yep.
Didn't mention the domestic even once.
Because it did dog shit here. And it's doing amazing in China. Funny world with
China don't care.
Tim Sweeney.
But yeah, Tim Sweeney's completely fudging the numbers on.
So does that
crazy.
mean that when it comes to China, people watch it in English then? Right? Because there's no way it's been...
There's
subtitles, probably?
I think they do dubs for some of it.
Maybe.
But subtitles is a better way to do it.
Wouldn't the subtitles... Like, obviously my understanding of, like, Mandarin and whatever is not very good.
I've watched movies with Korean subtitles.
But isn't it, like... Wouldn't it be a lot of subtitles, though? Right? Because sometimes, like, even saying just one word requires, like, 3 or 4...
characters.
Like, at least, right?
Other way around. They have less characters than...
Because they represent more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Epic continues to be a worse situation.
Fuck Captain Marvel, I'm gonna go see it soon.
Yeah, I know you need to see it, because I need to...
I need to see it for the story. That's all I need it for. I really don't give a fuck after that.
I will say, like... there's going to be no convincing you otherwise.
Oh, I'm going. You can.
It has no bearing on anything. Like, it's...
Oh, yeah, the story means nothing for...
so what ending did they go with, then?
Oh, yeah. Because remember they had the multiple...
Well, this isn't to do with Captain Marvel. This is talking about Endgame.
Yeah.
Right? Endgame's the one that supposedly had the alternate endings.
Oh, okay.
So Captain
Marvel has nothing to do with any other character.
So was it that if Captain Marvel was received well enough, they would go with one?
That's what the rumor was.
So then...
Who knows?
Has it... Well, I mean, it's sitting actually below... like, IGN showed, like overall ratings and stuff, and of course Black Panther was at the top at like a 99 rating because apparently everybody loved that movie.
Yeah.
But then like Avengers was at like 90. Thor Ragnarok was at 91.
I remember us looking at this.
Remember, and then it's like, and then it drops down. It's like Captain America, the first Avenger was only like an 82, and then the first of the Avengers 2 was like 80, and it kept doing different things, and it said that Captain Marvel's was sitting at like an 84. I was like, maybe it's not that good of a movie then.
Well, and it's sitting at 84. It's not counting all of the actual negative reviews.
Well, yeah,
it's gotten far worse.
So Rotten Tomatoes, its audience score, like
it got canceled, right?
So they removed the want to see it rating to start, but then when the movie came out over its opening weekend, reviews were coming in.
It removed something like 20,000,
50,000.
50,000.
Yeah. So there were the score was hovering like 33 or 34% fresh or whatever.
Yikes.
And then then suddenly like 50% or like 50,000 reviews suddenly disappeared, and it's like, oh yeah, it's like a 55. Still not good.
No.
But
50,000 reviews.
Maybe it's not that good then.
No, it's dog shit.
I need to see it still.
Yeah. I needed to know. I didn't pay for it.
Oh, again, like I really like Captain Marvel. It's really too bad that they've
I think that's the thing that
they've buried her with this, right? Like it's really unfortunate that they've done this because
we were all super excited when we first heard.
Since Captain America fucking happened as a movie, I'm like, Captain Marvel, do it.
Even when I first heard Brie Larson, I was like, okay, maybe. Like I didn't have a lot of exposure to her, and I hadn't heard of any of the.
I liked her in Free Fire.
She was great. She was good in Scott Pilgrim.
She's all right in
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. Like she has a very limited role in that movie, but
probably better.
I mean, Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum take up the rest.
Tatum. And we're the last people in the world to be like, we're the last people in the world to be like, oh, it's a lady lead. Ew, like
no,
that's
ladies all day, every day.
Get rid of the dudes.
I want a DMC game where you just play as Nico the whole time.
Fuck
You're just running people over in vehicles, or we were talking about
in Vietnam.
In Vietnam, we were talking about the Bloody Palace DLC, like the co-op thing that's coming out. I'm like, how cool would it be if you played as Nico and she just threw the arms that she made, and they all did different effects and stuff.
Oh, that'd be cool.
She's throwing them out the side of her van, though, while she's spinning Brodies.
Doing drive-bys with arms. We are the last people, I feel, to condemn it because lady. I was more excited for Captain Marvel
than any other Marvel movie.
Like, holy shit.
This superpowered lady? Let's do it.
At the end of the Avengers thing, where he picked it up and it showed the thing.
Yeah, I was like, yo!
This is it! Go beat the fuck out of Thanos. Now I'm just like, nah, it's up to Thor. Because even in the movie, I'm not going to spoil anything, but she doesn't really...
Have you seen it now?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And you didn't like it?
No, I saw it the second day.
Yeah.
It was out? Yeah.
You didn't like it either?
No, I hated it. No, I think it's worse than...
So I think I liked it more than he did,
yeah,
but maybe by just a smidge.
Yeah, Like on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm at -10. Chris is at like
-5.
Yeah. Well, that's our scale for things. -20 to +20. Because you can go beyond 0. You can fuck it all up. So Captain Marvel for me is a -15.
Well, like, not only because of the performances and the just on-your-nose feminist crap. Retconning stuff in the story to suit their needs for this agenda.
Without spoiling anything, all the story, you can fuck that out the window. Maybe just keep the original headcanon and don't see the movie. You gotta see it with your brother. Okay, go into the movie completely unbiased with your brother.
Too late.
No. I mean, so, don't mention anything to your brother. I'm curious to see what he says about
the movie. Well, so as you know, Evan and I like to go to Marvel movies together, right? That's been our thing for
that's why you have to wait so long to go see it.
So we've agreed that Captain Marvel is the movie we will split up and go see. So Trent and I are going to go see it.
Okay.
Evan is currently busy with university, obviously, so I don't know where he is in that. But I don't know, man. Like, is Jude Law at least cool?
No, he does absolutely fuck all in the movie. In fact, he just perpetually gets shit on for no reason. Because he's a man. Sorry, there is a reason.
That is the reason.
Because
pretty much everybody.
Every male character is shit on because man, and every femme character is propped up on top because femme.
Okay, well then, actually, on the topic of just like this, like, I don't want to say this and sound like an asshole.
This political pedestal.
Okay, so obviously you guys don't watch wrestling, right? Obviously,
no.
Or you guys know very little about it, if you know anything at all.
I would have been into wrestling if I was introduced to it at a young age because it seems like my kind of dumb shit.
It's anime.
It's really stupid.
It's just
it's really it's entertaining. That's what it is.
It's just too late for me.
I had no interest in it until Rick was breaking it down. I'm like, this is just an anime. He's like, yeah. This is a real anime.
The storylines are ridiculous and all that jazz. Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
they throw curveballs here and there, and you're like, what is happening?
This dude's coming back. He's gonna throw this dude through a window. Collusion. Like, what the fuck?
Anyway, so
just smash a dude with a sledgehammer. Like, that would kill somebody.
Hell in the Cell, Mankind, Undertaker. What the shitty morph? Whatever.
Good on you. Those were 2 actual wrestlers.
That's pretty good.
I'm very proud of you.
No, but that was a
that a
meme.
meme?
That was a meme.
Meme.
You keep talking what you're...
Okay, anyway, so this year, okay, WrestleMania is coming up, right? Their big event, the one that like 70,000 people go to the stadium and millions of people watch online. And the main event this year is chicks. Just chicks. Up until this point, every main event, like the last match done, has been dudes.
So I'm all for inclusion.
Absolutely.
Having women as well, that's exclusion. That's removing people.
Absolutely. And so my friend also likes wrestling. It's not Ricky, but and he was like, I'm just appalled by this. Why? And I was like, that's just
like if you want to do like a
2019,
woman thing, right beside it, superpower goddesses beating the fuck out of each other, go for it. Have the 2 of them head to head. There we go. You want to do like women's hockey team aired on the same channel and everything as the men's one and this kind of stuff, and have its own like competitive background and events and things. Like, go for it, do it, add it. Why is it removing other things?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Diversity is great when it's not at the expense of anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why. I was talking to Joe a little bit about this earlier. I've been watching kind of like a basic bitch sci-fi series on Netflix called Timeless. It's a really kind of basic version of time travel that it doesn't think itself through very well. It actually does diversity topics really well, though, because it's usually not at the expense of anyone else. Like, they're going back in time, and one of the people in their crew is a black dude, and they're like, okay, like, you're not going to be able to join us in here because of this time period or whatever, and like then maybe he'll get into some trouble because of that. But then they figure it out and get on. But it's not like a, wow, we sure are so advanced these days that we don't have to deal... You know what I mean? It's not that. It's just like, nope, this was an issue. We have to work around it. You know what I mean? This is a fact. This is history. They're not sticking on it. Like, the guy doesn't come back and it's like, wow, that time really sucked. I never want to go back into anywhere like that again. It's like, no, this is my job. We're going to deal with it.
There's no need for, like, racial monologues.
Yeah. So, my point with the wrestling is, like, I would say I'm still a fan of it. I've lost a ton of interest, but... I would always watch it for those iconic wrestlers, right? Like The Undertaker being the final match. That was the whole reason to watch WrestleMania. You don't want him being second last. You want him being last. I don't understand why there's the need for this push. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. You're losing fans. That's what's going to happen. You're going to see your fans just like cut in half.
It's the same as the gaming industry. They're tailoring to an audience that doesn't exist. Like Battlefield tailored to an audience that isn't going to buy their game.
The problem is that the creatives are changing. Like the
people in control.
Yeah. Like it's diversity
kids.
Hires.
Yeah. Which are now all becoming mass diversity fires.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, you're not doing these people any favors.
They're not going to be able to cut it if you just hire them based on their ethnicity.
And
you need to hire people
the problem
based on
though
their
is
talent.
It's not based on their ethnicity. It's like, that's bad enough if you're doing that.
Yeah,
that's not what they're doing anymore. They're hiring based on sexuality and gender and stuff like that now.
Arbitrary checkboxes.
Based on pronouns, and it's like,
Gerp and slur.
What do you expect these people to do if you hire them based on this merit and it's the only thing that they're versed in and are willing to talk about?
Yes, I'm programmer because I am pansexual.
Galactic Gargle Blaster.
Yeah.
I'm one of those ones that has 18 earrings in each ear. Like, I'm sure that's
You mean a Starbucks barista?
So anyway, I found...
Starbucks today. I go to Starbucks all the time.
Why?
I'm like the biggest white person ever.
So I found the thing I was talking about with the meme. So this is a user on Reddit. It's like a novelty account called... called Shitty Morph. And I'll just read you an example of the type of thing he does. So he just comments on random threads, and it'll start like this. I have a ball python, and yawning is pretty common for them, either right before or right after they've had a meal. They tend to yawn before a meal if the prey is larger in size, and yawning after meal is usually for them to realign their jaws into a more normal position. Yawning is only really a bad thing if the snake is doing it repeatedly and without eating first. This would usually be a good indication that in 1998, The Undertaker threw mankind off Hell in a Cell and plummeted 16 feet through the announcer's table.
So all of his Reddit posts diverge into that every time. And it's not like the first half is incorrect or not.
Yeah, it's always a
irrelevant.
super well thought out piece, and then it always morphs into 1998.
Reddit accounts like that make me really happy.
Oh, Chris, I was just really proud of you that you knew 2 wrestlers' names.
Of course it's memes, right?
I can name some others. Jake the Snake.
Okay.
Steve Austin.
Yeah, Lukewarm Stove Oven. The Rock.
He's an actor. Shut your
he's not a wrestler.
John Cena.
Oh my god.
I thought you were going to say Jon Snow. Jon Snow! Get broken in half by everybody.
What is it? You told me what it was once. Is it Dan O'Brien, Danny O'Brien, Daniel Bryan? Daniel Bryan? Daniel Bryan. Because they always say it so fast.
Daniel Bryan!
Daniel Bryan! Danielle Bryan?
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel, not Yell. Yell's a girl.
Alright. Anyway, we've completely gone off the rails here.
Daniel Bryan.
Sorry.
Wrestler.
I had to get my female wrestling thing in.
Yeah, no, that's totally valid.
It was pissing me off.
So Joe's going to know more about this next one than me, because I imagine he was more interested in
Probably.
it. Valve detailed their impending UI changes at GDC.
We've been waiting 6 years!
So, like, it shows a new UI layout. I'll show it to Miles here. Like, it looks really cool. Like,
Google
just kinda,
Valve UI GDC.
Like, just kind of, I don't know,
When
more
does that start?
more stylized. Sometime this year, probably.
It might go in beta this year.
Might go-
Well, so the weird thing is, Epic has been the biggest kick in the ass Valve has ever seen, ever, in their entire time of being around.
So actually having to move and shake a bit.
Yeah. So this UI has been, like, that picture itself hasn't been shown, but that exact UI has been shown behind closed doors for the past 5 years or so.
Why?
Along with
Why not the push then?
Because they've never had a reason. They've never put time and money
Yeah,
into
now that
developing
Epic-
and making sure it happens.
Now that Epic's like, yo, we're here.
Yeah, so that the chat beta that
Yeah.
we opted into earlier, halfway through last year, that was the type of thing where that had been talked about for 5 or 6 years, and then they finally were like, yep, it's in beta. A month later, it was active and ready to go. I think this is going to be the same kind of scenario.
Apparently, one of the new features is going to be an events change. New events tab, which is a one-stop shop. Players can see all the games they have received recent title updates or are running special events like double XP weekends.
Yeah, so right now,
that could be cool. Actually.
Yeah, right now, different companies just abuse the update panel where they're like. You can scroll down on the store page and see these games just recently got an update. Here's the ones you own, here's the ones you don't own. And developers will just be like, yeah, a new event happening. It's like, well, you didn't update the game. And they're like, this is the only way we can show off that an event is happening. And it's like, okay, don't do that.
New event happening! Please buy our game!
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what's the event? No, we want you to buy our game, that's the event.
So now you're going to be able to click on the like Rainbow Six store page, and it's like, okay, zombie outbreak mode finally happening again, which no one gives a shit about, and tons of other things. The other cool thing about the UI that people are noticing is the Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Was shown off in that image.
Yeah.
Which we doubt, like, that's gonna come over.
Yeah, I don't think Origin's gonna exchange cum with Steam.
But there might be
swap it up.
There might be a more advanced method of, like, connecting games from other...
Ideally, like, hopefully we can just finally just drag shortcuts in and then have it integrate with Steam and count your playtime, which would be nice. That's one thing I really want is Steam to incorporate playtime with games that aren't from Steam.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely fantastic, because I like seeing Steam hours and time invested in achievements and stuff like that. I like that universal stuff. And it'd be cool if developers, or if Ubisoft could, for example, launch Division on Uplay only, and then you import it to Steam, and it's like, here's a set of Steam achievements that go with it.
Yeah.
That way it's... Because Valve is such a huge thing now. It's like a community set. It's the only community place for PC. Like, even if you have a bug on a PS4 game, people go to the Steam forums to talk about it, because there's nowhere on PlayStation, because they want everything censored and locked the fuck down so you can't talk about games.
No buts!
No buts. Lens flares only. So yeah, the new Steam UI looks really cool. It's got the friend list built into the UI now, so that you actually have your friends there rather than opening 17 different tabs to...
Yes, that is quite annoying.
Yeah. So...
All right.
Okay, cool. That actually sounds cool. I hope they...
Hope it's this year.
Yeah.
I imagine it's going to be...
I think it will be this year.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen around the time of Halo. That'd be a good time. It's going to be new people to Steam.
Yeah.
With Halo. Like, it's going to draw people to their platform.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Halo was a big cat.
Yeah, and if you're on Epic as your primary platform, fucking stay there. We don't want you.
I might actually buy Halo then.
Some more good news.
Actually, I'm probably going to.
Me too, 100%.
I'd like to play them on computer.
Some more good news is that Devil May Cry 5 has sold over 2 million copies.
2
Wow.
million copies.
Fastest selling title in the series.
Wow.
Yeah.
Say how many of that are PC sales?
It doesn't.
I wonder if it's more or less on PC.
I imagine it's pretty substantial. I know they were talking about like it's doing really well on Steam. Resident Evil 2 did really well on Steam.
Yeah, because it used to be like, you know, your new game launches and it's like 500,000 on PS4, 250,000 on Xbox, 100,000 on PC. I think that number's
getting up there.
Yeah. I have a feeling Master Chief is gonna sell more on PC than it ever.
And like I didn't add it to news, but like I was seeing headlines of Sekiro is the biggest launch on Steam this year so far. Like it's
and you know what they had to do for that one? Put it on Steam.
And weirdly enough, biggest launch on Steam this year so far. No DRM shit. No extra DRM shit.
Yeah, nothing.
No Denuvo.
I can hack the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Denuvo does play a part in Capcom sales on PC. I think there's people that will not touch it as long as Denuvo's there.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. Denuvo's dog shit. Like, it can suck an asshole.
Yeah, Denuvo doesn't work. It gets cracked. It's already been cracked in Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry runs better without Denuvo.
Yeah.
Runs fucking
like, we love the game. Like, I'm not willing to forego the game just because of Denuvo. There
is games that I am willing to forego because of Denuvo. But
if the impact is enough.
Yeah. Well, Duxcom was one that you waited on, right?
No. I bought it, but they did.
Another one?
They did remove it.
Oh yeah.
I don't
didn't they come out and say they were going to remove it?
No.
I'm thinking.
I shouldn't have bought it when I did because it was a case of like developers being like, "Well, don't buy it then."
You're a damn fool.
Yeah,
you're a damn fool. And then you gave me a fucking copy of it. Now I'm sucked into this. Thank you for that comment.
They did remove Denuvo though. More good news.
No.
Is that Judgement game that was at risk of being cancelled because that stupid actor with the cocaine habit or whatever. The game is still on for Western release. They're going to remove the character as he was, replace him with a different actor.
Really stupid.
Which is stupid. Like, whatever. Crime boss in a game is a crime man in real life.
Kevin Spacey's a good bad guy because he's a good bad guy.
Like, yeah, are we going to digitally remove Kevin Spacey from every movie he's been in?
Give him a mustache so people don't know it's him.
It's Blevin Blacey.
It's Blither. Sorry.
So yeah, Judgment's back on.
Still never coming to PC, so I don't give a fuck.
I mean, it might.
They can suck my ass. Well, it's not coming to PC.
And you'll let them.
I'll let them eat my ass. Fist of the North Star isn't on PC yet.
Yeah, because
Kiwami did have.
Because Fist of the North Star came out on PS4 after 6 and Kiwami 2 came out. Neither of those have come to PC yet. Like, it seems like they're following the same order.
I don't accept that.
Well, fuck you.
Put them on PC.
I agree.
Well, fuck you.
Yeah, we're arguing the same point. I'm just more angry about it.
I want them on PC, too.
No.
Okay, you got me.
Roasted and toasted.
Turns out I'm
you're like a big black chicken.
I'm an N-Gage fan. It's that phone that could play PS1 style games on it, and you had to talk into it like a taco.
Next news.
Next news.
Get that shit out of here.
Blizzard claims that Overwatch toxicity is down 40%.
You know what else is down 40%? The Overwatch fucking player base.
I was going to say the player base, perhaps.
I am so fucking happy that Overwatch is bleeding them.
Yeah.
That game can suck my asshole. It is absolute dog shit.
You know, it's like that's true when even the comments of those headlines are like, I bet it's because they have 40%. Yeah. There's no defense force anymore.
No.
It's...
No one's defending Overwatch because it can't. It's so, and I know all of their content is free. Fuck off. Then make it paid. Don't give me that bullshit. Look at Rainbow Six, like 4th most played game on Steam.
Yeah,
like eat my asshole. 6 characters and 5 maps in 2.5 years, and 2v2 maps don't fucking count. There's been no content added to that game. It's been balance changes that just rewrite characters
and
over
Rainbow's
and over
getting
dog shit.
Like 6 characters a year or more.
Yeah.
And Junkrat continues to be the best.
Yeah, fuck people that play as Junkrat. Yeah, Overwatch is the new Sims. It is built for white girls.
Can't play Sims.
Next up is Overwatch.
Miles a white girl.
No, and that's like Sims is the white girl game. Overwatch has become the white girl social game. That's what it is. They all play it together with their Starbucks.
Oh my god.
I have a friend that's super invested in Overwatch and plays a ton of it, and I don't understand.
Does he still?
Yeah,
Seriously?
he still plays a ton of it.
I mean, I used to be that person, but
even you were like,
within like a year and a half, 2 years.
You were kind of like, I'll go back to this because I have nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, eventually, things started replacing it.
Or
because there was
not
nothing
really, I just have a hole in my life.
Relatable. Don't worry, Doom Eternal.
No, you know what replaced it? Was audiobooks.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, reading has replaced my downtime with games completely. Yeah. I no longer have any downtime. When I'm playing something, or I'm reading, doing something else. I never boot on my computer. I'm like, I don't really want to play anything. I guess I'll play this game. It's like, I don't want to play anything, so I'm not going to fucking play anything. Games are a lot more fun because of that.
You want some more good news, guys?
No, fuck off.
Okay.
The podcast is over.
Almost.
The podcast is over.
Good news.
Yep.
Rage 2.
Hit me.
Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Hit me.
And Doom Eternal
Hit
have
me.
all been uncancelled.
Fuck off.
Chris, you missed one.
Which one?
Fallout
Oh,
76.
sure, Fallout 76. Okay.
They're all coming to PC.
I'll come into PC. Yeah.
What?
I'll come to Steam.
Yeah. So
Really?
Rage actually has Rage 2 has a Steam page now, and its date May 14th, just like any other version.
Our boys
pre-orders are up now.
Our boys at Bethesda, Todd Howard, God Howard, the savior of all.
Oh, now it's back to God Howard again.
Yeah. Well, no, he saw the way the wind was blowing us. Like, guys, if we launch all these games exclusive to Bethesda now,
Our company's gonna sink.
we're not gonna make it another year. We're like
But they have to. So I'm imagining Doom sold way more on PC than it did on any other platform.
Yeah.
I'm imagining Wolfenstein didn't sell good anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, they were great games. All the Wolfenstein games so far.
Overpriced. Still overpriced.
Yeah. And Doom, all of those were fantastic. Every Bethesda-made Bethesda game is absolute dog shit. But if they were to keep releasing their games on, they have to see the difference in sales.
And I think
Fallout 76 is going to do really good on Steam, even though it's dog shit.
And releasing this is true, and people deserve it.
Yeah.
But releasing Doom Eternal, especially on Steam, is I think really important because yes, maybe Doom 2016, maybe it didn't sell gangbusters, maybe it sold okay. Even on PC, where it maybe sold more, but the word of mouth was so strong on that one. Your next game is going to benefit from that reputation. Yep. That's what happened with Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 7 sold moderately, but the reputation was strong. That's why when Resident Evil 2 came out, it sold like crazy.
The initial response to Doom, following that pattern, would have been the Doom beta.
Yeah.
That would have been the prior thing, and that didn't get the best things. Everyone was like, it's just a generic multiplayer. So it was living off the laurels.
You mentioned Doom Eternal to people, and they're like, dude,
Doom 2016 was fucking amazing. And it's like, yes, it was. The hype is there. And then if it launched Bethesda only, people have been like, I didn't even know it was out, because I'm on Steam, and there's nothing there for it, so it's not out.
Yeah.
And I don't blame people for not looking at other marketplaces for their games.
Yeah.
So
looks like Bethesda's back on the menu.
It sounds like we're getting Doom now.
Oh, yeah.
And we're getting Rage.
Probably Rage.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Rage I was never that interested in the first place.
But
Is it co-op?
No.
Oh,
That's the reason.
If
it was co-op, fuck yeah, day one.
But it is an id shooter, so I'm interested.
Yeah, the FO. Well, and that was a complete write-off for me in every sense, because the PC version was canceled, and the console versions have FOV that's 8 or 9.
Ew.
Basically, you can see your gun, and that's all it is. Yeah, and I've seen all the console footage, and I'm like, that's not acceptable. And I'm wondering if the id engine just can't handle open world things, so they're kind of culling draw distance and everything.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a pretty demanding game on PC, too.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I mean, it looked pretty nice, honestly.
Yeah. Oddly enough, I don't think it's going to drop as much as Ubisoft games do. Got 'em.
All right, well, bang out the last couple ones here quick.
Okay.
No Man's Sky Beyond, that new big expansion they're doing that's free, it's also going to feature VR support for Oculus, Vive, and PlayStation VR.
Cool.
If they announce any performance-related stuff, I'm going to be excited about it.
I would
Otherwise,
imagine at the very least on PS... it has to mean performance stuff, because on PS4, it has to be... the one good thing Sony did was, if you're making a VR game, performance has to be...
They're not keeping that anymore.
Are they not?
It's combat dips.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god. Well, fuck Sony then.
Yeah, I think Sony stopped that after the first year.
Forkin, of course they did.
Flork yourself.
And last piece of news.
My favorite
piece of news.
Oh my god!
3 years later, Square-Enix decides now would be a great time to add always online DRM to the PC version of Final Fantasy X and X-2.
Like,
What?
okay.
So not only can you not play it offline,
So
the patch also like disables compatibility for like most mods as well.
So Square-Enix team sitting there like, okay guys, what's our best-selling title right now? And someone's like, it's the Final Fantasy one, you know, with the stuff like, yes, it's got an X in it, right?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
what people liked, and we didn't like fuck up the port too much.
Yeah, okay. Make it online only. No more pirates. I bet people are pirating this game a lot. You know what? Let's check the pirate bay right now.
Sir, you realize we released it 3 years ago, right? Yeah, prime time.
Lock it up.
Everybody knows that like games turn around in 3 years and just hot.
Yeah, so this shit, we got 7 days until the 3-year mark is up. We gotta lock this shit down. Like, I don't understand the thinking at all. Square Enix is one of the worst companies in the world. Like, it's amazing.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, fuck them. They deserve it. They went from Muddy Lara to this. Also, that Tomb Raider game is dog shit.
Takara, it's a goddamn saint.
It's so bad. This is one of those things, and I think you had the same thing with Mankind Man Divider.
Yeah.
Where when you first played it, you're like, no, it's okay. And then it's like, wait, no, this is actually dog
Like
shit.
as the velvet glasses like defrost, and it's just like as the things I'm noticing continue to mount up.
You start to cut the cake a bit more, and you're like, oh,
is that a layer of period blood?
oh, this isn't a cake, that's a tampon.
Oh no!
And that's what, so Tomb Raider, I remember playing it, and I'm like, man, Lara looks cool, the movement's a little bit smoother than it was in Rise of the Tomb Raider, which
Cool
is the
puzzles.
worst thing in the world. Puzzles were pretty fun, I wasn't mad at them, I didn't understand half of them that I got to. And the flying and stuff was good. And then you got a gun in the game, and I was like, ooh, this is the worst shooting I've seen in a third-person shooter.
And that was
since
with
the
a mouse.
PS3. With a mouse. Yeah, absolutely fucking terrible. And then, Muddy Lara couldn't keep the game going for me because she wasn't muddy enough. And then, the storyline with that, like, whoops, I started the mine apocalypse, I better cry about it. Last game,
It's all my fault! You don't know it's your fault, but it's all about me! You don't know it's all about you!
like, that's the story. Like, in the last
I
one...
need to save everyone! It's not your job to save everyone!
Okay, it's too accurate. Stop. But yeah, that was the first Tomb Raider. Crashed plane.
I'm on an island and I'm gonna fight to survive!
Got on the boat. A plane hits a boat.
No.
She lands on a beach.
That's not
She
a
gets
thing.
tied up.
No.
Falls over.
No.
Rebarred. Someone tries to touch her butt. Crushed by a rock. Gets on the surface. Is like, man, this shit sucks.
I'm getting a gun and I'm gonna kill all of you!
Better get a gun and kill all of them. And then leads to this Lara. Like, they were all made by different teams, weren't they?
The first two were made by the same team, the third one was made by a different team.
There it is. We knew that before it came out, too.
The third one...
Well, no, because
Okay, the Deus Ex team. You're gonna fucking riddle me that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
why did it look so good then?
Because they looked good?
No, but no.
Well,
No, when you beef that up on PC.
They were-
well, it didn't look that great.
didn't hit 30.
Tomb Raider
It
looked-
looked good.
Tomb Raider looked so good just because it was leveraging the tech from Crystal Dynamics.
Guys, let's be real. I just wanted to see Lara half naked.
Yeah.
That's all I was really hoping
No,
for.
and muddy.
Lara nude mud mods.
You can email
Just
us at
constantly covered in
justkindaloafin
mud, but
Lara
at gmail.com.
Mud.
The email address is justkindaloafin at gmail.com. Please email us so I don't have to put up with this anymore.
Tomb Raider Lara Croft nude mod.
Oh my god, smooth bots!
Best huge cocks.
Are we picking up on the
Yep.
Peaky Blinders?
Did you already adjust gain and stuff?
I changed nothing. It doesn't have to be that high anymore.
No, I
But there has
changed
to
it
be
so
the
it did
ball.
this around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the game pointing at the G or is it to the?
Oh, it's to the left, far to the left.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's too loud. That's way too loud.
Poop.
So should we turn the gain down some more?
No, because I'm fine from here, and I'm talking the same volume. So get the fuck back. Maybe your voice is just louder than mine.
Jimomla, only here.
Yeah, not that it matters that much.
Boy, they show. Scrumbadoy.
That's the sound a pterodactyl makes.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Are we leaving this all in?
No, because we haven't done 10 seconds of motherfuckers.
Oh, fuck, mate.
Do we not have to do 10 seconds of motherfuckers?
We do, but we can keep the stuff before and just cut out the 10 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
I'm cutting all this.
No, it's good.
Fuck.
This is quality material. Put it at the end. Alright.
Shkalala.
10 seconds of Shkalala starting now.